Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna take a look at the new patch note balancing that is gonna happen soon. So I believe this is patch number, I don't know, it's not listed there. But anyhow, let's get right into it. So we have the Panda Light Warrior, right? So this guy is receiving a small nerf. I'm very thankful for that. 20 to 15%. Yeah, it's kind of he still does his job, but it can still be a little bit annoying, especially in regular arena, rush hour particularly. So next we have the Water Mage, passive nerf 60 to 40%. I am glad that is happening. This thing is just annoying, especially on Guild War, right? And then we have the Light Oracle. Okay, grants immunity on all allies now changed to 1 to 2 turns. I guess that's pretty neat. Then we'll have Chimera. So, trample, damage increases as the enemy's HP status decrease. Okay, that's good. I believe that the Chimeras is one of those Nat 5 families that are quite weak. All of them, I think only like, what's his name? What's the dark one called? Zeratu? I think that's the only one that has really the edge. Now, Water Chimera gets crushed. Freezes for 1 turn. It's a guaranteed freeze now to the targeted enemy. Resistance ignored. Okay. If you're a long time Summoners War player, you and me know that this resistance ignored. This thing, will it go through immunity? Cause come to us wording can sometimes be off. Well, if it would ignore immunity, it would say that, just like with Tableau's skill, if I recall, right? Resistance ignored. But we'll see. But chances are it won't go through immunity. I doubt that. That'd be way too strong. Then we have the fire one. Provokes for 1 turn to a 2 turn. So first he got a strip, and now it's a provoke. Interesting. Yeah, still kind of meh. Like 40% chance to collapse. Yeah, we'll see. Now, Light Chimera added effect to Holy Calling decreases the attack bar of all enemies by 25%. This is gonna be decently strong. I don't know if you guys watch YDC. I mean, which Summoners War haven't watched YDCB before. If he's still playing, he would be happy for this. Because if I remember correctly, Holy Calling increases attack speed and increases the team's attack speed and then stuns the enemy. And now for that to have an attack bar pushback with it, it synchronizes quite well. Now the Fire Omni Yuji Yin Yang Blood Circle. So absorbs the attack bar by 10% is now changed to 15% for each turn of the harmful effects on the target. I pulled her, unfortunately. I've 6-starred her, have not used her. I don't know how great this will be now, but she's kind of still useless in my opinion. We have Water and Light, pass life spell. Decreases the skill cooldown time by 1 turn when used on a living ally. So that's an added effect. Interesting. So they're more OP now. So for the Dark Omni Yuji, Curse of Death. The target defeated, whoa. The target defeated by Curse of Death cannot be revived during battle. Okay, so that's an added effect. Interesting. So Fire, Wind, Dark Karma removes the targeted enemy's beneficial effect. It's an effect added. So it removes beneficial effects first and then suppresses the target. Then of course, I think they should change Chongpong's skill 2 like this, because it was before. Like there's no sense in applying armor break and glancing. I think it does, and then applying strip after. I think they should do Chongpong like this. It was before and they changed it for whatever reason. Now we have the Water Phoenix. Freezes for one turn if you get a critical hit. Freezes for one turn without any condition. Interesting. That's nice. More viable in PvE. Oh, another buff. So refuses for one turn if you... Oh. Oh, so basically Ice Volcano and Frozen Orb does the same thing. Okay. Uh, that is same activation chance. Then we have the Light Phoenix. Stuns for one turn if you get a critical hit. Stuns for one turn without any. Okay, so the Phoenix are getting a little buff. Now Perna. Eternity recovers the HP of all allies, yourself excluded, by 10%. Will now be changed to recovers the HP of all allies, yourself included, by 10%. I am happy for this. So they changed it back. I mean, I don't think I was playing the game at the time, but for the earlier summoners, like Perna used to heal herself and then they changed it and now they're changing it back. I think this is quite good. I see a Perna meta coming back. I mean, with all these new units doing all sorts of stuff, it's only fair that Perna gets back some of her OP-ness. Now, I think Laika is gonna get a buff. Because if Perna gets back this, I think Laika, we might be seeing a Laika buff coming. I'm calling it. Then we have, okay. The Fire Phoenix now removes target's beneficial effect. Oh God. Like, I like the Katarina Fire Phoenix. Don't ask how I do it. It just works all the time. Now with this, remove one beneficial effect. It's gonna make it a little harder to Katarina certain things. Now the Wind Phoenix. I pulled the Wind Phoenix about a week ago. So I'm nice to see that it's getting a buff. Two dark one remove, so it's basically the same. Light Phoenix decreases defense for one turn with two turns, Purifying Blade, and that's a AoE if I recall. That's nice. So Water Dragon effect added increases the turn of freezing effect up to two turns with a 60% chance if you attack the frozen enemy. Like what? So is it a one turn stun now? Or is it a two turn stun when used? Or does the target have to be, let me say the right word, freeze? So is it a two turn freeze now? Or does the target have to be frozen already for it to be two turn? Because there are times, if I don't have a Verad, but I've seen people who would use Snowstorm and then Absolute Zero again just to reset the attack bar. So, I mean, you kind of don't get the real value out of it because the target would already be frozen. So I'm guessing this snowstorm will make it two turn freeze, but we'll see. Fire Dragonite. If you guys watch my videos, you'll realize that I use Zeros a lot. So Fire Dragon, not Dragonite. Effect added increases the enemy's skill cooldown time by one turn with a 10% chance. Okay. And the dot is also changed, dot chance from 25 to 35%, which is good. Pretty neat. I am longing for a Jameer. So effect added to Thunderbreak. Decreases the enemy's attack speed for one turn, for two turns with a 40% chance, which probably will go up with skill ups. Then the Light Dragon. Recovery amount proportionate to the ally's HP, 15% HP, proportionate to the caster's HP. Okay, this is, I won't call it a substantial buff to the Light Dragon, but it's a significant buff because HP recovering proportionate to the Light Dragon is gonna be more beneficial. Chances are he has the most HP when you're using him, either on offense and defense, so the allies benefit more. Then we have the Dark Dragon, Dark Storm. So it stuns, it goes up to 25% chance. Effect added, the damage increases by 50% if the target is under inability effects. Oh, quick note guys, inability effects are freeze, stun, I believe sleep is in it too, but provoke is not. So keep that in mind. Now we have the light Ifrit. Interesting. Increases your attack speed by 5 for each beneficial effect granted on allies. Increase your attack speeds by 5 for each beneficial effect granted onto allies up to 100. So you're saying that this guy will have a plus 100 speed in rune quality or so? We'll see. I don't know if this is 5 or 5%, but it must be 5. But we'll see. Water Druid removes all harmful effects granted on yourself if an ally's HP falls to 40% or below. Thank you. Thank you. This is really good. Really good. Like, there are many times I'm using Abellio and my ally unit would drop below 40% and he would be stunned when he gets a turn. So this is really good because there are many times I see Abellio goes full attack bar, but because he's stunned, he doesn't really get the turn to do anything. So this is really nice. Like when the Druids came out, the wind one was really stomping it, but at this point in time, I can finally see that the wind druid is on par with the water druid, or the water druid has caught up to the wind one. Really nice. So next we have beast form druid fire. Nature of beast. Counter attacks with a 100% chance if the provoked target attacks you. Interesting. Interesting. This is gonna be a little toxic in RTA. Then we have the Water Polar Queen, one of my favorite arena AoE nukers. Now, Frost Rush gains another turn instantly if the enemy is frozen after the attack. So now it has two conditions. So first you'd have to kill something first, and now the added effect is that if you're frozen something. That's nice. That's really nice. Now, Water, Wind, and Dark Storm of Midnight. This attack will always land as a critical hit if the enemy has no beneficial effects. This is superb, especially for me because I use Water Polar Queen a lot, right? It says attack will always land as a critical hit. So even if you're using Alicia and you're up against a wind unit, it will crit, so as long as there's no harmful effects. Pair this up with Tiana and you'll have a nice time. Samurai All. Sword of the Supreme Sky Wolf. Grants immunity for 1 turn when the Sword of the Supreme Sky Wolf is activated. Finally. Finally. It's about time they done something about this. Like, I think they're finally listening to user opinions. It's about time they've done something about this. Because you would activate Sword of the Supreme Skywolf, and is either you're stunned, silenced, or every harmful effect known to man is upon you. Right? Now this makes it better because I used to use the Samurai and Double Will just for this purpose. Next one, all Brownie Magicians, all. Run gains another turn with a 30 to so a nerf on the first skill. Okay, that's pretty nice, I guess. I mean, I don't use Brownie Magicians that much anymore, so I don't care. Now the water one. Okay, now this is gonna be really annoying. So now it removes 2 beneficial effects. Armless Prank. Wow, and this is really armless. So ironic. Fire Brownie Magician Whistle. So as is, blows the whistle to recover 30% of the attack bar of all allies and give immunity for 2 turns. Grants 1 effect out of increase attack, defense, attack speed on allies for 1 turn afterwards. So let's see what it's gonna be now. Blows a whistle to recover 30% of the attack bar of all allies. Increase their attack speed for 1 turn and grants immunity for 2 turns. Grants either attack or increased defense for 1 turn afterwards. Okay. Attacks. I guess I don't know if that's a nerf or a buff. It sounds like both. Dark Magician, Brownie Magician. Removes the harmful effect and beneficial effect with a 50 to 70% chance. Okay, I have this guy, he's called Corona. Um this doesn't goes up with skill up, so it's still stuck at 70. Light Magician, Brownie Magician increases damage by 50 to 100%. I don't see how that's useful, but yeah. Undine, Dark Return. If you use on a living ally, decreases the current HP by 50% here and grants a turn. Okay. So, awakening effects of some monsters will be modified. So, let's see. How is this gonna... So, water. So, instead of accuracy, skill strengthen. Absorbs the enemy's attack bar by 30% with a 30% by 30% with a 30% chance when you attack on your turn. Interesting. I don't know if that's broken or not. I think the accuracy would have been better, but we'll see. Fire. So, skill strength stuns enemy for 1 turn, a 30% chance when you attack on your turn. Burning Soul. Is Burning Soul a default skill? I don't remember. It's probably is. Stuns enemy for 1 turn. Yeah, it probably is. Wind. Skill strength decreases the enemy defense for 2 turns, a 20% chance. Okay, small buff there and there. Fire. So, level 5 harmful effects. Some skill levels of ones. Level 5 harmful effect rate plus 10%. Damage plus 10%. Interesting. Is that a damage buff for something? Okay, leader skill changed. Okay, Brownie Magician. Wind increases the accuracy of all allies by 30%. I don't think it was needed. I mean, it can help. The accuracy leader skill, this is neither a buff or a nerf. Because there are certain situations where you'd like the accuracy, and there are certain situations you'd prefer the attack power, but okay. Water Heart Magician, the resistance of all allies is increased by 40%. Okay, Art Magician, okay, so 33% here, and Wind gets 40. Interesting. I think the Art Magicians, yeah, that's really nice. Now, okay, skill errors of some monsters will be resolved. Dark Demon, Purgatory. Fixed an issue. Well, I don't know about this. Fixed an issue of the passive not affecting character due to the ally reviving time being shifted when some ally monsters. Blah blah blah. Okay. I mean, I've never really noticed any of these, but that's it for today's video on the balance patch. And this is actually my first balance patch review since I started YouTube. Anyways, guys, please look forward to the next video. Peace out.